What's up, you guys? It's Agile here, back in Enshrouded. And if you guys ever wanted a nice graveyard or cemetery in your world, well, today we're going to be building a quick and simple one. So follow along here, and we are going to get started right off the bat here. But once again, I chose dusk to basically start my video. I don't know how. It's like it's something crazy that happens every time. But I wanted to give you guys a little beforehand deal here. So basically, this is the foundation here. I am using regular stone blocks here. That's what this is made out of. That's what the majority of our roads are made out of, as you can see right up there. And we are going to be connecting this cemetery to our tomb here. If you guys want to know how to build this here, I do have a video that just came out on that. And a couple different options for you here. This is moss block right here. And I believe this is Springland's dirt. Yeah, Springland's dirt. So you can use either one here. I actually was going to pick the moss, but let me show you guys something here. So if you're trying to place this down, if you want a little bit more of a spooky vibe or not as well kept one, it's very rough on the moss. Whereas the Springlands one, it's very smooth. So, that being said, I'm going to be using Springland's dirt. Okay? Now, if you're building along exactly like I am here in our village, then it's roughly this size right here. I don't even know what it is here. We can count it out quick. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 all the way over to your road here. And then of course we're just 1, 2, 3 here. So yeah, now we're going to go ahead and get started here. So you can kind of fill this all in if you want, or you can do the quick and easy way if you want to leave it hollow underneath, or if you just want to be quick about it, you can simply just bring in your dirt like this and you can place it in like that, and make sure it's not how should I say, it's not missing any gaps. Like this, and we're just gonna go through here and we're gonna place this down all the way around here. Again, this is just Springland's dirt here, so the same thing that our base ground is made out of here. You can see that actually first we're gonna get rid of some here just so it doesn't stick up weirdly like this, and then we're gonna come this way, and the outsides here is what's probably gonna take you the longest just because you don't want to mess it up. Although yeah, you can't even place it there, so I guess you can go a little bit quicker, but oop, right there I missed a little spot. And yeah, once we get this filled in here, it should be fairly quick actually. This might be hopefully a shorter video. Try to make sure that you're staying level 2 there. If you have a little hump here or there, that's fine, but depending on what kind of terrain you're working with and what kind of build you're going for here. Again, you can make this as spooky as you want it to be. I want ours to be more of a well-maintained area here. As you guys know, I am trying to make this look like it's an actual lived-in village here, not so run down and abandoned. So I think we may actually put something underneath this here. I'm not entirely sure, but kind of up to you if you want to leave it hollow or not underneath. It's not like Minecraft where things are going to spawn in the dark underneath of it and you have a bunch of annoying noises. So there we go, pretty nice and smooth there. It looks pretty. So now basically all we want to do here is I kind of just want to divide this into 4 plots, and so what I kind of want to do is make a little walkway here. So I need to find the middle here. So what was it? I can't even remember now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, I think. All right, so obviously that would be 5.5, so you can't divide that. So we're just gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. This would be our 5th block right here. I'll switch back up to our 2 meter. I'm just gonna place one in there and there. That should give us roughly the same here. The way you can check that is if you come back to your 4 meter and count them out to the side. So 1, oops, make sure I do that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks good. And over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So as long as you're pretty close there, it doesn't have to be exact, but make it fairly close. So I guess you could just use a 4 meter here and go out this way as well. So what I'm doing here is I'm just going to make some plots like this. So now we're divided up. You can see how fast things change there. If you want to divide it another way, going this way, you can. I don't think I'm gonna. I am probably going to build a small building here in the middle though. We'll get to that in a minute. But now it's very, very simple. So you can kind of pick and choose what you want to use for your tombstones. So I grabbed a little bit of everything there as well. But if you want to put fences around there, there's a few different options. Copper fences look good. If you want to really kept cemetery, graveyard, whichever, steel fence or iron fence. The graveyard fences do look nice. We can, let me just actually go ahead and, actually I don't know if we want broken ones. Let's just go with the unbroken ones here. Are they all broken? This one's not broken. Oh, it is broken. Are these all broken? Okay, there we go. I was gonna say. No way it's all broken, right? Okay, we have the graveyard fence there, and I think... Are these two different options? Am I going crazy here? Alright, yeah, so the rest of these are pretty much all broken here. So I can show you some of these different options here. So, turn on snapping. So this is the graveyard fence here. I know it's getting dark. We'll sleep here in 1 minute. And it actually doesn't look that bad, in my opinion. But let me show you some different options here that you have. So we have copper, we have stone, we have iron, and we have steel. So this is what the copper is going to look like right here. So I think much nicer. This is what the steel is going to look like right here. The iron also looks very, very nice. And then we have the stone here, which I do think is a little bit big and gaudy. So let me pick this stuff back up here. So I think my top choices here, if you want to do the graveyard fence, that's fine. That's what it's technically made for, but it is supposed to be more of a spooky kind of graveyard. But we're going for more of a cemetery look here. I actually don't mind the iron fences either. You see here. I don't think it's dark enough to sleep yet. It is not. I don't know, I'm kind of digging the... How many do I have? I do have 100 of those. I may have to grab more, but I think we are going to go with the I'm gonna try to say the iron fence here. So let me grab out all my iron fences here. And we'll go ahead and start placing those in. Oh, another thing that you're gonna actually need too is your corner posts here. So these here, graveyard fence corner pole. Now you can use other poles if you want. I'm just gonna go ahead and use these because I think they're gonna fit fairly nice here in our corners. And now there's a few tricks you can do here. So you see how the pattern is kind of messed up there. You can actually kind of sink this in here if we turn on fine-tune rotation. See how it would normally snap to be out too far. I should be able to maybe... Oh, I had it. Or was I to do that? Okay, we can move it up and down, and we can move it back and forth here. So now if I place it down, maybe sticking out just a touch there yet. But you can finick with it to basically get it to sit exactly where you want it to sit. So something like, I want it to be just a little bit more here. Something like that, and then bring it down. Is that going to be not enough either? Let's bring it all the way back here once. And then we'll bring it up. Why are you insisting on being a pain for me right now? There we go. So it might actually be even a little bit too far there. You can see how you can mess with it a little bit there and get it exactly how you want it to be. I'm going to place these down on the corners here now. Should be dark enough now. The crickets are singing for us to sleep to make it daytime again so you guys can see better. And I do appreciate all the love and support you guys have been showing the channel here as of late. Always welcome. And if you are new, hi. Hopefully you like the video and you do subscribe to the channel because it helps me out a ton. Helps this channel out a ton, I should say. So I'm going to place these on all the corners here. I'm probably going to have to get rid of this tree here, to be honest. Alright, now we're just going to go into speed mode here. I'm going to go into first person. Oops. And of course these you cannot press Y on to undo, so I must do it manually. Okay. Okay. And that way it's going to match up just perfect. And I don't mind that change in variation there too much. I don't know if it's necessarily worth the hassle. Here we are. Oops, I'm not sure if I just did that front side wrong, or we'll see on this back side here, but the sides do line up correctly. Of course, you could always turn snapping off and make it a lot easier on yourself too. Yeah, I definitely did something wrong on the front there. Oh, it's because... Okay, so here was our problem. This should line up perfectly for you. Let me just pick these all back up here. So what I did is I started in the middle here, and then I went off of that one, which was not in the correct place. So yeah, they should line up good for you. So now when I come back in and I place these down here, was that last one good? I hope it was. That one was not. All right. Right here's the problem child. I knew it. So if you are more patient than me and you take your time on this, it shouldn't be that bad. I'm gonna slow it down just a little bit here. There, now it matches up perfect. Now you have yourself a nice little pen there. This one should also work out right, hopefully. And yeah, we'll see how many of these panels we actually need here. Unfortunately, the mountain here blocks the majority of our sunlight in the morning, which I didn't think about when we chose the place to build, but this place is just too good to not build in, you know? And like I said, I'm going for a much more upkept looking cemetery versus, you know, something spooky. If you want to do something spooky to match your vibe, that's cool. Always feel free to change up my builds however you like. Because it's your world, not mine. So I'm building it the way I like it. And if you guys want to change up your stuff, that's cool. All right, there we go. Not quite 2 full stacks there. So we have some nice plots here. And so very easy to do. Not hard at all. All right, so now we can go ahead and move this stuff up here because I'm gonna be done with it for the time being. And now we just literally want to go grab all of our different tombstones here. But I think before we build those with our tombstones, I'm thinking we need to build some sort of a centralized building. Now I kind of want to use different stone than the regular stone. Oops. Let me see what I just have down here and available. Castle wall stone block. The granite would be perfect. Granite block here would be amazing. All right, so we're gonna build a nice little building here. And so we're gonna need a little bit of room as well, but that's fine. So basically what I want to do is just pick a spot for this. We could actually just build a small little building in the middle here of all these. I wonder. many blocks is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, again, kind of in the middle there. So we're gonna 1, 2, 3. Okay, and I almost wonder if something just like that, nice and simple here, and then how do I want to do this? Probably just something real simple here. And then we just want a simple little door on it. Okay, and then we'll need a roof, which I did grab out some roof blocks here. I'm going to be using desert shingle roof blocks. If you don't like that for yours, again, switch it up. Make it however you want yours to be. I think that, ooh, that might be too big, actually. Alright, now, my old enemy, roofing. This one should be pretty easy, though. It's a literal square, so. Alright, now you can see what that looks like. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Alright. And of course, add some torches and stuff to that as well. And what I'm actually going to go ahead and do is... Well, before I forget how to build that, let's get rid of a couple of these fences here. And we're going to replicate this on the other side as well. Back up to our 4 meter here. We're just going to go 1, 2 out. Just all we did over there. And then we just want 1, 2, 3 walls plus a door frame. Then back down to our 2 meter roof blocks here. First person that. And bring her back down. So easy peasy lemon squeezy. Alright, now you can also put fences in here if you would like. It's kind of up to you. I'll show you what that looks like here. So we would need, we would need another post. Oops, not the full stack. So again, we're just adding some extra depth here. And yes, that's looking quite nice. I like it. So again, nothing super complicated at all about it. Now you can kind of decide which way you want your cemetery to go here. I'm actually going to move this stuff up here because we don't need it for the time being. And then I want to grab all of the tombstone blocks here. So we have, we'll just start with one of each here. It's this one, and then this one. And this one. So kind of different tiers here. This one being the biggest here. So now we can just kind of pick which way we want it to go and then try to keep them in line a little bit. And you can sink them in a little bit if you want. Kind of up to you. So like we'll place one there. And kind of the key here is to make them look like they're different, you know, because not everybody's going to have the similar ones here. And I want to make sure we have enough room to make it believable here. It's odd that I can't place. Just go with the free movement. That'll be easier. So voila, you can see how that's making it look like a cemetery there. If you want to space them out more, you can. I'm gonna leave my. Do I want to leave mine like that? You need to be moved out a little bit. Just try to get the spacing right, and then after that, it'll go much quicker for you. So, like, let's say that we want this one. Let's put him down right there. Yeah, much better spacing on that. And if you want to use all the same one, that's fine too. But just kind of check your lines. You don't have to be perfect because, you know, stuff shifts around in the ground. But And now you can kind of decide here, do you want to keep them going all the way over like that, or do you want to, you can actually turn them like this, which I think I'm going to go ahead and do. So we're going to turn them like this. I'll put another big one maybe back here. Something like this, maybe. And then, yeah, we'll just place one down right here for now. Good. And then, of course, we want ones to be spaced nicely going this way here. So just like that. Looking pretty decent for spacing there. I'm glad I actually grabbed a couple of these because a couple stacks of each. It's taking more than I thought it would. But now we're going to check the spacing on this side there. It's about one width of these here. So we'll go about one width and then we'll flip this around. And let's see here. I want to kind of line it up with that one over there. And well, bam. Okay, pretty close there, pretty close there. And then we can go ahead and move this one out a little bit. And yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and line these up here. Again, does not have to be perfect. I mean, it's your cemetery, do what you want, but mine is not going to be super perfect, but I want it to look nice, you know? If that makes sense at all. Spacing looks pretty good on that. Both another tall boy right here. I'll go shorty right here. And then we're gonna go ahead and just flip this around and go right here. And right here. I'm not sure. Was this one back? No, that's good. Okay. And yeah, there you go. You've got yourself a lovely little graveyard here, a cemetery, whatever you want to call it. One thing you can do too is, of course, I did grab some of this flower soil here. So all I'm gonna do then is just come along here with my square block here. That's too big. This one, your cube 2 meter, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of this dirt here. And now I'm just gonna go ahead and place this back in there. Not like that, with our flower soil here. And that's a little high, so what we're gonna actually do is just push it down a little bit more. In fact, what we can do is grab out this. There we go. Grab out your box 4 meter here. We're gonna put that down like that, and then this whole area here should be gone if you're building it exactly like me. If you're not building exactly like me, just watch this for a second here. I'll give you another idea as to what you can do around your cemetery here. So just go ahead and get rid of all of this here. We're going to be replacing it. Not with flower soil though, if you're trying to be sassy about it. Okay, what we're actually going to use now is, I just want it to come over even with this. I'm going to go back up to the 2 meter here, and I'm going to use granite blocks here, which should line up with that one. I'm not sure why it's not, but go ahead and oh. Okay. That could actually work out in my favor. So we're just gonna go ahead and line this area here with granite blocks, and again, just changing up some of the textures here a little bit. We could actually hold up, watch this. Let's break up some of that depth. Let's jump up here, and let's go ahead and connect it to these. Oops. Let me show you what that does here. Oop, come on. What are you being a pain for here? Turn off snapping. There we go. All right, added just a little lip there. And when we come back and decorate for my showcase, you'll be able to see in the beginning there how I did it. But I'm going to set flowers along here, and then we'll also put flower boxes hanging off of the side here. And yeah, it should look pretty nice. And then I just want to go ahead and fix this quick, otherwise it's gonna keep bothering me. Oop. Hello? What just happened there? Oh, snapping's off, that's why. Alright, cool. And probably this right here too. Good. Okay, so now we have ourselves a nice little retaining wall here that's a different color. And we could line this whole area, actually. We could line the whole walkway with granite. That would be pretty. But we need to do the entire other side like that. There, and then if you want to add in flower soil anywhere else, you most certainly can. Like, say you wanted to add flower soil along the outside of your building here. That would actually look kind of pretty as well there. Or if you wanted to add in... if you wanted to add in flower boxes, you could most certainly do that too. Out of the granite here, that would actually match the... See if this works here or not. So now I would just switch to my single block terrain here with the flower soil, and you should be able to build that up. It's a little tall, if I do say so myself. But you can see what I'm getting at here. You can add in flowers there around the outside, which I do think would look very, very nice. If you wanted to, you could actually probably go with, like, if you made it this high here. I just want to see what this looks like. Let me add that in there. Let me switch back to this. Yeah, we're gonna have the same effect. So you can make it however high you want it to be. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. But I'll add in some nice flowers around the outside here. All the way around here. Might actually work a little better if I didn't have another block down over there, but you're not going to see a ton of them anyway, so just because it's not super thick, but that's okay. Oops. It's kind of weird because of the way that we're putting it down here, but and then we'll just come around here with this, make sure that I'm the same. It's on both sides here. Come out an extra one here. Alright, and so that's kind of what it looks like there. So again, up to you if you want to actually add that into yours or not. Yeah, you can't add another one there, which is a little bit unfortunate, but a little bit janky sometimes. If we went too wide, it would actually look pretty good, but I don't really necessarily want to do that on this one right now. So yeah, but that's what it's going to look like there. And so essentially now just place down some torches on this, which we most certainly can here. Just let me find some here. I should have some nice torches somewhere in one of these boxes. I have a million boxes here. In fact, we could do some floor candle holders here. I wonder if we could actually hang a nice bronze chandelier in there as well. And then we'll grab out our small wall-mounted steel braziers here. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is, let's see if we can put this down on the inside here. So right off the ceiling there, let's just sink it up a little bit. Put a nice little chandelier hanging in there for lighting. One thing too that you can do here. Let me go grab another piece here. So if you come in and let's grab the actual coffins here. I wanted a small one. Can we get a small one? All right, let me test run this a little bit here. These are probably going to be way too big, but we'll grab one just in case. And we'll grab this here too. All right, let me see which one works the best here. So what I want to do, so the mausoleum one, way too big. The large one's pretty big. They're all too big. Okay, you'd have to put down a regular coffin in here. Another thing that you can do here. Let me see here. I need to actually be in here. Yeah, they're too big. You could, I suppose, it wouldn't look bad if you did. Okay, snapping's not gonna work, so sink this down a little bit. There we go. That's actually not gonna look terrible. Actually looks pretty good in there, I think. And then for this, I do want some braziers on the outside here. Like that. And then on the inside here, what you'll do is just grab out your floor candle holders here. And we're just gonna place them in there against the wall. And so basically all you've done now is you just created a little chamber here. And you got some big old, what are they called? Coffins in there, jeez. All right, so same thing on this side here. We're just gonna grab out whichever one you want here. I'm going to use probably this large elevated coffin, crypt coffin number 1. This side might actually work a little better. No, let's do it ourselves here. Let's sink that down a little bit. And it could actually go way lower. Ooh, I kind of like that. Like that. Again, with snapping on here. Let's bring this out a little bit. Not too far. Like that. Perfect. And then let's grab our chandelier. And bring that up a little bit. Again, not too far. It'll stick out the ceiling. And then place down your actual floor candle holders here. However you would like them positioned. And yeah, you've got that there. So long story short, basically just replicate everything from this side over to this side here, and you will have yourself one cemetery. If you are building it exactly like me, this is going to be a little walk path that will go around our grand lake here in front of the Greek palace or temple or whatever you want to call it, whichever you want to call it. But yeah, so I would hang flowers along here, and you can kind of decorate it up extra however more you want. But quick and easy video here today, guys. I just wanted to show you my take on a cemetery here that's not all rundown and ucky. Something that would actually, you know, fit in well. And oh, one thing I should mention too, you can leave a little room on one of the sides here or both for extra plots. Or one thing you can do as well here is take out your 1 meter here, and you can actually dig out a hole in front of one of them. And obviously you'd have to fill it underneath there, but you could have a dug hole waiting for a coffin to go in, or even place one in the bottom of the hole there, kind of up to you. So with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. That is going to be it for our cemetery build here today. If you guys do enjoy this kind of content, please do let me know in the comments down below. Do you have any other ideas that you'd like to see built? Let me know that as well. Otherwise, please leave me a like, swipe right on mobile if you're going to hype this video, which does help it out a ton. It's a new feature YouTube's doing. Just swipe right, like where the comment section is, or on the bottom there, you know, next to the share and the like and all that. There's a hype button there on mobile. That helps it out a ton. And definitely don't forget to subscribe, guys. The majority of the people who watch my videos not subscribe, which is cool and welcome, but please subscribe for more awesome videos. Thanks, guys. We'll catch you in the next video. Bye-bye.